Hey everyone, welcome back to part 3 of our Ghoul Warper during the Crawl Sudden Death Challenges Tournament. It's the last round. We're going for the win, which we can get if we pull out a 10-point round, which is the perfect round. We'd have to get both of our challenges for this week, which as a reminder is to collect 5 runes before entering depths. That's challenge 2. And the 1-point challenge is to get the Golden Rune. I wonder, let's have a look at the standings. Let's have a look. So if I got a 9-point round, I would tie with Pedrotolo and Hellmonk. Actually, we'd both have 88 points. Who would win on tiebreakers? So the first tiebreaker is the amount of weekly bonus points you have. And I only have 15, although I'd have 18 if I got all the challenges this week, say, and then I did it on the all run or something. So, alright, so I'd be tied with Hellmonk, and then the second tiebreak would be who has the higher game score. And I do at the moment, but he's doing 15 runes right now. So, that would be totally up in the air. Although I was watching him just before, and actually we can have a look at him now. He's currently playing, so we can spectate his game. He's playing on Twitch right now. You should check it out. You're seeing this a few days later, so he's probably finished by now. But his Twitch channel is twitch.tv/heckpriest, as in a variant of Hellmonk, but Heckpriest. Very cool. I wish I could stream if I had internet. Yeah, so he's going for his 15 rune now. He needs to get 10 points this week, plus 3 points for a 15 rune win to come second. That's assuming I get 10 points. And then if I get 9, he should be trying to get a higher score than me, but I don't know that that's occurred to him. He's at 70,000 turns or thereabouts at this point. So I don't know. I mean, my 15 rune game was quite a low score because I was scumming the abyss for ages on a troll, trying to get enough experience to cast spells and get a zig. So I don't know. He could probably beat it just playing a regular 15 rune. So I think probably that means I need to get 10 points to be guaranteed of winning. But anyway, we can check in on Hellmonk as we go every now and then. It looks like he's going pretty well. He's got his 5 runes before depths. He's chosen not to get his tomb rune yet. So there are 6 runes that you potentially in a standard game can do before depths. So 5 of those are the typical runes you get in a 3 rune game. So your 2 lair branches, then abyss, slime pits, and vaults 5. And then you can also potentially do tomb, the 6th one. So he's done his challenge 2 before his challenge 1. And I guess he's going to come back for tomb later as part of his 15 runes. But yeah, he's on depths 5. He's got a gold dragon scales. Things are looking pretty good. Let's go back to our game. So the end of the last one, I think I'm zoomed out. Let's zoom in a bit. Yeah, okay, good. Sorry. I'm usually zoomed like this when I record. So the first 2 episodes were zoomed out a bit. That's my bad. The last one we did a Bailey. We got this sweet artifact chainmail of Dithmenos Reproof that has Invis, MR plus, Strength plus 5, and Int minus 3. Very nice. Strength plus 5 is like extra slaying, and then having more MR is always great because you don't get paralyzed and die. And then the Invis ability is really strong at this stage of the game. In fact, we're training evocations up to 5 so that we can use the Invis somewhat reliably. I'm going to keep going. So we mapped this, but I don't like how all our downstairs are in this room. I'm going to exit out because this looks like some sort of vault. Stairs don't naturally place like this all together in a room. So I'm going to say there's potentially something nasty in there, so I want to be doing it last. We also might be meeting a red ugly thing. We met one on D8 and I shafted it, so it potentially is somewhere on this floor. Although it can't see Invis, so Invis helps us, and we have 5 Ice Blast charges too. And because we're training evocations, it's making our Ice Blast shots stronger. I really don't like what Auto Explorer is doing here. So we came from this upstairs, and it's doing some really long path around the outside of the map. So we see a dangerous enemy now. We're gonna have to run all the way back to get to the upstairs, and monsters can be running in from the sides. So let's head back to where we were. So here's a troll, and here's the ugly thing. Yeah, I'm glad that I backed up now, because we're meeting this on the way. Imagine if we're being chased by some unique, and then we met this stuff. Yep, see, all the enemies coming from the sides. It's very scary. I want to go back to the upstairs. And we'll train in a more sane way. I don't mind taking the troll up. He's less scary than the red ugly thing. In some ways you might think he's more. Because he can hit for 50 damage. Let's exclude that. But he's 10 speed, so we can walk away from him if need be. Cool. That is the fence work that you're hearing going on in the background. No troll. Yeah, not much I can do about it. I'm just gonna have to live with it, sorry. Gotta record all my games today because our round is coming to an end. Okay. Another wand? What did we get there? It was a wand of random effects. I feel like we should pick that up. We can shoot stuff from stairs and see potentially, like even this red ugly thing. We could have some shots at it from the stairs. Maybe we potentially could paralyze it. Or we could invis it. Sorry. Yeah, that wasn't the plan. Make it more dangerous. Oh, that's another dagger of Elec. Orc wizards with daggers of Elec this run. We have a lot more HP, so we're not afraid of just randomly dying to it like we were in the early game. But that's interesting that that's the second one of those guys we've met. Okay, do you have a wand? Nope. Two-headed ogre. Alright, this is really scary. They don't see invis, so we potentially could go invis and we could just kite him around with the dagger of venom. He couldn't one-shot us. That's the upside of being a ghoul, is you have a lot of HP. Or we could stand on the stairs, we could try to random effects him, try to paralyze him as well. Let's give it a go. He looks unstable, so he's about to be teleported away. I mean, that works, kind of. Okay, that door's open. Well, if there was scary stuff in there, it's all escaped now. Let's back up. We know the two-headed ogre is wandering around, so we don't want to be fighting stuff. Well, he could be anywhere, so really. We need to expect him. Glowing hat. Let's test that out. It's a +2 hat, and that looks totally baller. I really like our get-up at the moment with the red shield, the red cloak, and this blue baller hat. Looking rad. We've got a lot of orcs. That's fine. That means a lot of chunks of flesh for us. Okay, if there's ever a time to be fighting a two-headed ogre, it's now, while we've got something like 30 chunks of flesh. The red ugly thing too, if we can go invis, which we did, I'm going to ice blast it as it approaches, and then I think we can fight it. We're invis, we have 31 chunks of flesh, which are basically like heal wounds potions. We should just be able to beat it. Yep, nice. Let's also try to find the double-headed ogre while we still got all this flesh. There he is. Okay, let's see if we can go invis. Apparently not. Am I gonna ice blast it? No, we'll just hit him with some flames. Oh, okay, I don't like this anymore. Okay, I changed my mind, I don't like this. Let's ice blast him. Okay, we're back in view. Alright, I really don't like this. Okay, we could actually die here if he random energies and just hits us for 52 damage. I could do one more ice blast. It's almost certainly going to kill him. He's low HP. Alright, if I die here, I'll be really embarrassed. But I don't think he can kill us. I'm pretty sure... Sorry, I don't think he can kill us because I'm pretty sure this one last ice blast kills him. Whew, alright. I probably shouldn't have done that. So I probably should have just... So we did the invis, all that stuff was good. But then rather than hitting him with our claws, I think I should have just been nicking him with the venom dagger and then just kiting him. That would have been the smarter play. Rather than trying to fight him, because even though monsters can't see you like that, if they don't have see and vis, they can guess where you are, so they can still connect with you. It's not guaranteed that the double-headed ogre isn't just going to whack you and land both of his attacks. Well, not punished, so you can't say that it was bad play. Oh, Rue believes we're ready for a new sacrifice. Let's have a look. Sacrifice love. Interesting. I tend to like this one. So sacrificing love means that all creatures are hostile, even those created by you. So it effectively means you can't use any summons, and any of the evocables that make allies, so Box of Beasts, Sack of Spiders, even File of Floods, you don't want to use those because the summon will be hostile to you. It also means that neutral monsters will be hostile to you too. So I had an interesting experience with this in the tournament, the actual release tournament. I was playing a Draconian of Rue. I had sacrificed love, and then I later got banished, and I had to convert to Lagonu to escape. So Rue doesn't give you any wrath, or he doesn't have any retribution if you abandon him, but you keep your sacrifices. So I then had a character of Lagonu who couldn't use corrupt because all the neutral abyss monsters who you make when you corrupt would all be hostile because I had sacrificed the love. Anyway, that's always a solid choice unless you're planning to be a summoner, I guess. We already talked about how we don't want to sacrifice drink, and then we've got sacrifice skill, which is also quite a good one. So this causes all your aptitudes to drop by 1, and this will affect your skills. So everything you've trained will be reassessed through that. So it's like we'd become a demigod. If we have a look at our skills. So, no, it's like we'd become a mummy. Most of our skills will go from -1 to be -2. That one's not horrible. Yeah, that one's not terrible because, especially if you're an experienced and skilled player, your aptitudes don't matter that much to you. Things like your tactics are way more important. So that tends to be a good one, especially it's considered an incredible sacrifice. So that's giving you a lot of piety. So that would take us to 4 pips. Sacrifice love would be major, so it's less, but it would also take us to 4 pips. It would be closer to getting to 6 piety though, to full piety, if we did skill over love. But I think for this character, we're almost certainly not going to be summoning stuff anyway, because we're going to be a heavy armor brawler guy. I don't really care about evocables because I never remember to use them anyway. So the only thing we're really losing is Things like summoning scrolls. Yeah, so I like love. Let's do love. Man, feels bad, man. Forever alone. Do we really want to sacrifice love? Yes. Forever alone. Takes us to 4 pips of piety now. We have draw out power and power leap. Draw out power, it heals you, so it gives you back your HP and MP. It also gets rid of constraints. We've got nets, webs, constriction, petrification, slowness, confusion. Pretty good. And power leap, which is like a controlled blink, but you can't go as far. So it's got a range on it rather than just doing full screen like controlled blink would be. It does damage near monsters, but I tend to like this as an escape, not as an offensive ability. It's what ended up killing Joy, the contender from Korea. Yeah, because the thing about Rue's abilities is that when you use one of them, you become exhausted. And until that goes away, you can't use any more of Rue's abilities. So if you're using an offensive power leap, it means that you've lost access to draw out power, and ultimately, when you get to 5 pips of piety, apocalypse. So I don't know. You either power leap to escape and get away from something, or you use one of your more powerful ones. I don't know. Oh yeah, speaking of contenders, that reminds me. Let's have a look at Hellmonk again. He's doing hell now. So I asked, oh, he's fighting Murray. I asked Bering, who's the person running this Crawl Sun Death Challenges tournament, if it would be against the fair play rules for me to to create account names designed to tilt my contenders and then sit in their games spectating them. And he technically didn't say that would be against the rules, but he kind of said that would be a bit rude. So, I don't know. I'm going to interpret his answer as saying that I could make some name designed to tilt Hellmonk and then sit here spectating him. But I don't know. He's my buddy. I'm not going to do it to him. But just for the record, we could do that. Or anyway, back to our game. We're quite a ways away from Hell. So we just got 4 pips of piety. Really good. It'd be nice, just one more sacrifice if we can get up to Apocalypse. But having these ones that we just got now makes us a lot stronger. Power Leap, Great Escape, Draw Out Power is like having Heal Winds on tap as well. Oh, and I should point out, so using Drawn Out Power drains you a bit here. So they all exhaust you, but it has a bit of skill drain on it. Whereas Power Leap doesn't. It just costs you magic points. So we can go back up. We get a bunch of spells that we don't care about. We can go back upstairs and get that gold that was surrounded by water. I'm just going to read this scroll. It's Amnesia. No, we don't want to lose any of those two. Bees we don't really care about. We're immune to poison. We're in a hallway. We're fighting one at a time. We have plenty of AC and a shield. Alright, good. I need a cough. Hang on. Alright, and you might be thinking, why don't you just edit it out, Ultra? It's because if I edit the video, even just cutting out a few seconds, I completely lose my video compression. So a video goes from taking 2 hours to upload with my crappy Australian internet to taking 8 hours. And that's too long. I'd rather just make you sit through a bit of silence. What was I saying? We could go invis against bees, but who cares? We are corrode -8. Another 2-headed ogre. Okay, we learnt they're really dangerous. Let's go invis. Okay, we failed on invis twice. That's alright. We've got power leap now. He random energied into us and hit us. So now we can just walk away from him. Or we could try to go invis again. No, I think I just don't want to fight him at all. Especially now that we're missing HP. Why don't I actually find a stair? Because I'm just walking away without any regard to where we should be going. Alright, that's better. This way. It would be safer to fight the two-headed ogre now because we have a power leap, so we'd be able to jump away from him. There's another one. Double-headed ogre floor. Okay, well that's not good. He's going to be guarding these two stairs while the other two-headed ogre is guarding that stair. So all our stairs are now two-headed ogre guarded. Why don't we see if we can random effects wand him and just get a free paralysis off like that. Exactly like that. Perfect. That's why we carry the random effects wand around. A gargoyle. Not too afraid of him. He also doesn't see invis, so we'll go invis. Neither do the yaks. I think he killed the yak there. Stone Arrow missed the yak, so it was well calculated. That's funny. Identify, we don't have anything we need to identify. It should be picking up the simulation, we are. Yeah, it's weird. I've got in my RC file to always pick up scrolls of immolation, so we picked it up, but it doesn't display as being on auto pickup with the little green square around it. I don't know what the deal is with that. Alright, we have an amulet. I'm going to ID that. It's an amulet of harm. Yep, good. New ring. Protection from cold? Yeah. We have innate RC, but I may as well carry that around with us. In the event that we get an ice cave, or we meet like Fanar or someone like that, we can then have plenty of RC. Healing by eating chunks. Alright, let's go do some errands. We've got some gold we can collect, and we've got, I feel a bit bad about this, but we have a bear that we can put down. Okay, here's our gold. So our power leap doesn't exhaust, it does exhaust us, but it doesn't drain us, so we can just leap in. Get that gold. What is that saying? All monsters which could be auto-targeted are covered by a wall or statue which interrupts your line of fire, even though it doesn't interrupt your line of sight. Okay, that's great. Good to know. Let's power leap back out. Good. We want to go to D3. You know what? Because I've accidentally used these abilities when I don't want to. Like say you're in a situation where you need to apocalypse to live, and then you go to press A and you accidentally hit A again and you draw out power instead, and then you die, which is really bad. I'm going to go equals A to change these ability letters. I'm going to change draw out power from A to shift A, so then it's much harder to accidentally press. Power leap's fine. Not only is it on B, which is far away, it also has a targeter, so you can always cancel it before you target. Alright, Shift X, Control F to forget the floor. Let's go find that bear. Did I leave it on D4? Maybe it's here somewhere. Okay, this is a minuscule amount of experience, but hey, we're trying to win a tournament here. Every bit counts. Back to D10. I know there's a two-headed ogre here. This is some experience we'll get later. I'm going to do D11. Oh, punished. We're adjacent to a green ugly thing. That one's not as scary. It's still scary, but it's not as scary as the last one was, because this guy poisons us and we're immune to poison. I'd still like to go invis though to fight it. Good. Okay, so we got the notification that there's a labyrinth on this floor. Now, the labyrinths are really dangerous now because of how scary the Minotaur is, but the Minotaur does not see invisible, so our invisibility is one of the best ways to deal with him. So I think, given that we have invis, I'd like to magic map and find our way in there. It's that one? Yep. A wraith. That might mean Josephine's here. Okay, it just looks like it's one random wraith. Josephine's quite scary because she has Dispel Undead. Any Dispel Undead enemy when you're undead is an existential threat to you. So you do need to respect that at all times. Alright, so our plan here is go invis. And then just kill the Minotaur from range. We've only got one Ice Blast. How do we kill him? I even going invis, I didn't think this through. Then how do we kill him? I think we maybe just kite him around until he runs out of throwing things, but we also don't heal while monsters are visible, so I don't know. I regret everything. We can go invis, we can power leap past him, grab the loot, and then just bail. That works. You may not have heard, but there's actually you may not have heard all the noise going on in the background, but that's not what I'm talking about. There's a Labyrinth 3 work going on at the moment by GhWr, which I haven't seen it, but it sounds interesting, which I'm not against, because this sort of labyrinth, while it's interesting and kind of cool, doing this, manually exploring around the maze, is really not fun. And we don't have digging. Okay, I've already completely lost track of where we have already tried. If you do totally get into a dead end and you're completely, you've completely given up, you can either teleport to land in a new spot, although you're wasting resources, or you can just wait a bunch, because as turns pass in here every, I don't want to say thousands, but as you wait, the lab will rearrange itself. So if you're lucky, you might just find new paths open up, although that's then costing you food. Not that we care on a ghoul, we literally can't starve to death. But all the same, I don't want to be super stat rotted, or super HP rotted rather. Oh hey, we're seeing the stone walls. Okay, I thought we were going closer, but apparently not. There we go. Okay, redbacks, not a danger. Let's go more int. I said we're gonna go. I mean, we've got a -3 int chainmail on, but still. Later on in the game, we might be casting spells. Okay, we're seeing the black walls, so I want to take this slowly. I don't want to come across the Minotaur and then I find that we're not invis and he's throwing javelins at us and killing us. So I want to realize where he is first and then invis preemptively. And some of these are more obvious than others. Okay, this is an obvious one. Oh, no it's not. Okay, he has a shimmering plate armor, a shiny shield, and a jade ring, and I need a cloth, hang on. That guy is a beast. We are never killing him. A demon blade of flaming, a shiny shield, which might be a reflection, so if I try to throw things at him, he will reflect them back. What buffs do we have? Hang on. We have Might, Agi. I mean, we could go Invis, Might, and Agi. and then just try to fight him, but that seems kind of bonkers. He's going to do a lot of damage with a Demon Blade of Flaming. Well, first things first, we should get out of vision of him and try to go invis, which we got, so that helps a bit. We can shoot one Ice Blast, which did nothing. Okay, let's just buff up. Let's go Might. Let's go Agi. And let's just see if we can kill him. I have to take this super slow. We have draw out power, so if we get hit really hard, I'll leap back and we'll teleport. Taking this super slow. We strike him from behind, so we even stabbed him there and we still literally did no damage. I don't know how we're going to kill him. Okay, we hurt him there. There's no point trying to disintegrate him. I wish we had Apocalypse. I could just Apocalypse him and we'd probably nearly kill him. Yeah, I really don't know how we're doing this. Even with Might and Agi, we're not hurting him. Oh yeah, he hit us. I think this is way too dangerous. I think the play is actually power leap around him, just run for the stairs, and then just steal whatever loot is left. As much as I'd love to have his glowing shield, whatever it is, I think we just can't fight him. So we're gonna power leap around him and just get out of here. We're back in view. Uh-oh. Okay. Is he gonna kill us with javelins before we get out of here? I hope not. We have a fog. I think we're okay. He hasn't noticed us. Okay. What can we see? I'm really tempted to step back on this pile and then see if there's any loot there. But this guy does absurd amount of damage with javelins. If we have a look at the Minotaur, he does 35 damage plus the damage of the javelins, which is 10. So he can potentially do 45 damage with javelins. So say he's just standing here around the corner. The turn that I step here, he can hit us for 45. Okay, I step back to the stair, he steps into the room, I go back upstairs, he hits us for another 45, we die. Do I have any chunks on me? No. I wish you could close doors with Apportation. We could just shut the door and that would give us some time here. I really want to know. I also really want his shiny shield. It's not going to happen though. Yeah, we need Apocalypse. That's the only way this would happen. No, it's not worth dying. We're trying to win the tournament. Never mind. No loot. Bad luck. Okay. So we got nothing from this lab. We got a bit of experience from killing some redbacks. But other than that, we lost a Might and we lost an Agi. And we did not get any loot. Although, if we'd been capable of killing him, we would have had a shiny plate mail, an extra ring, a shiny shield, which could... we couldn't be resistance because we hit him with Ice Blast and he didn't resist. But it could be fire resistance on a shield, which is always really nice. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. The lab's really difficult now. If you weren't aware, now you're aware. And imagine if we didn't have the invis there. Like, he might have just killed us. Let's try this embroidered scarf. Makes us immune to the effect of clouds. I'm going to carry that with us, but it's a pretty weak one. Okay, so we're taking the hatch up. We could land right next to the double-headed ogre. We did not. That was too much stuff at once. 6-headed Hydra. We could probably fight that, especially if we go invis. We've got 22 AC and some shield. so I think a Hydra is unlikely to kill us. But this is one of the scary enemies we're going to meet in Lair. So I think rather than staying here, we also saw Maurice, who's supposed to always spawn with a wand. So we don't know what that is. We're not playing in Trunk. That could be something really scary. It could be acid. So I think what we do now is we just leave the dungeon. We'll come back to D11 later and we'll head to Lair. Let's X that stair out so we remember there's a Hydra there. Yeah, let's go to Lair. We have our poison, so we're not afraid of things, or not our poison, total poison immunity. So we're not afraid of spiny frogs and that sort of thing. We also have invis, so most monsters in the Lair of Beasts can't see invis, so that's really good too. Root believes you're ready to make a new sacrifice. This was slightly too late. If this had happened just before the lab, we would have had Apocalypse. Oh well, what have we got? Sacrifice Stealth. Okay, I really like this one. It is a modest sacrifice. It would not take us to 5 pips of piety though, so we still wouldn't have Apocalypse. So this one means that you can't have any levels of stealth, but it also means that monsters will always notice you as long as you're in line of sight. So basically you always fail your stealth checks. I don't mind that because I never train stealth anyway. We have Sacrifice Health. This is a significant sacrifice. In this case, he's going to give us evasion -5. Well, we gave up dodging, so this would be like, I don't know, the tiny amount of evasion that we've got naturally, we would lose. 2 of that is from our ring, so it's like we have 6, so we'd be effectively taking ourselves to 0 evasion. I'm kind of tempted by that. And then lastly, Sacrifice Words, which I don't like this one. Similar to the potions, I think Sacrifice Words just tends to get you killed. So it means that when you're threatened in high tension situations, you'll lose the ability to read scrolls. So no scrolls of fear, no teleport, no blinking. Yeah, really not good. I don't like this. Don't do words, don't do drink. Both of those will kill you. So for us here, it's between stealth and health. As funny as it would be to get rid of evasion when we gave up dodging already and the value that we'd get from that, I think stealth is just the easy choice because we're never going to have stealth anyway. We're a ghoul, we're in heavy armor, we've got no dexterity, so our stealth is always going to be crap. We're in heavy armor. I think I said that one already. The point is, stealth is basically nothing. So let's do that one. This doesn't take us to Apocalypse, but I'm okay with that. I was just talking about how fine we should be in Lair due to the fact that we have Invis. So while it is usually really good to rush Apocalypse, I don't think this character's in need of a boost right now. Ring of Wizardry. Okay, well we can remember that for in the future. When and if I'll just carry it with us. Maybe we're going to be trying to cast Blinks in some crazy situation. You can put on the Wizardry ring and blink. Double spiny frogs. These guys don't see Invis, but I don't care. Triple spiny frog. All the way across the sky. Yeah, we're fine. We're 22 AC, decent amount of shield, and we're poison immune. So spiny frogs, not too threatening. Nagale, Nagale, however you say it, not too scary because we're completely immune to her bolt of draining. Just have to watch out that her spectral orcs are not of the warlord variety. So this is just a warrior, I don't really care. That is a warlord, but he's not currently hitting us right now. Yeah, okay. Because she has haste other, so she can make warlords around you and then haste them. And those guys will destroy you. Okay, an amulet of the gourmand. Well, we're already a ghoul, we can literally eat everything, so of course that does nothing. Here's a box of beasts. Should I use it? No, I shouldn't. I wonder if the game will even let me use it. Let's go. Trampled off the stairs. No. We have sacrificed love, so I would not recommend you use the box of beasts. At this stage, I sort of wavered back and forth with this, but I think I'm going to ID the scroll. It's holy word. Alright, good. That will really hurt you as an undead species. Let's heal up by eating. So here's a 6-headed Hydra. We talked about one in Lair. I really don't want to get petrified by a Basilisk though. It's only 13% chance. Well, I think that means we really want to fight the Hydra now, like this, so that the Basilisk won't get a chance to get on top of us. If we can invoke Invis, we failed it twice in a row. Alright, we got it here. I think we can just fight while Invis. What happened there? The Basilisk tried to petrify the Hydra, I think. That's interesting. Is that what happened? I don't see it in the list, but I'm pretty sure that's what that looked like. Anyway, let's keep going. We're kind of dropping low. I think we want to draw out power. Oh, right, because we put it on Shift A. And he bit us again. No, it's okay. A 6-headed Hydra is not going to kill us while we're invis through 22 AC in one go. Good. I could have also actually, we had 23 chunks. Rather than draw out power, I could have just eaten some chunks to heal. Oh well. We gotta remember, yeah. We have heal wounds on tap, especially in Lair. This is an 8-headed Hydra, so he's a bit scarier. Let's go invis. Let's eat a chunk. Okay, yeah, the 8-headed Hydra is a bit scarier. We're half HP. I don't want to get random energied and accidentally die, so I'm going to power leap away to get some space. And let's go back upstairs and heal. Random energy, 8-headed Hydra, champion. Alright, here he is again. What have we got for wands? Nothing super exciting. No. You don't want to be trying to random energy random effectsing a monster that's sort of close to you, because you might haste it and then you'll be embarrassed. Oh, this guy's everywhere. I only have another go at fighting him. Let's flame him once. Do we have chunks? We do. Alright, we're good. I was holding my breath there. We had the power leap away, so as long as we didn't get one shot, we were fine. Jumping spider. Okay, we got spider's nest this game, which is pretty good for us. That's the more, what's gonna call it? It's the more heavily poison themed branch, and as a poison immune enemy, that's nice for us. We're not a mummy, so we're not super susceptible to the Tarantella confusions like a mummy is. Oh right, also I just realized we got our evocations to 5, so I think I want to be focusing on unarmed combat again. Yep. And we're just going to train that all the way up to 27. I don't know that we'll focus it all the way to 27, but we'll definitely keep going. Bro. Could not break out of that web. We're just getting beaten one-on-one by that jumping spider. Also, how much? You can do 34 damage. Let's eat some flesh. We'll heal up. There we go. That's better. That's getting a bit sketchy. Alright, layer 2 done. I think I'm about ready for another sacrifice, bro. I'd like to have Apocalypse, if you don't mind. Hey, he listened. See, sometimes Rue listens to you. You just gotta let him into your heart, and then you can talk to him. What do we got? Health. We could be frail. This would be an incredible sacrifice, which is interesting, because being frail is not that bad, I would say. That would take us into Apocalypse territory. We could do resistance. This is an incredible sacrifice. This one makes you susceptible to a level of heat and cold. I really don't like this one. Both Joy and Hellmonk have made it in their games this week, but I really don't like this one. I mean, we could put on an RF ring and because we've got innate RC, right? So that one isn't too bad. We just go to being normal. We'd be vulnerable to fire, but we have an RF ring, so maybe this isn't the worst. Maybe we will do this one, because it would take us to 6 pips of piety and we'd be done. What's our third one? Purity. We'd become dopey. So we'd get -2 dex, which is a modest... Oh, it's in -2. Maybe this one's not so bad. We've been training int, right? I mean, ghouls are so low int anyway. That's pretty meh. Insofar as we'd only be losing 2 int, it would also take us to Apocalypse Piety. Or being frail. I think I'd much rather lose 2 int than 10% of our HP. That one's easy. And I stand by the fact that I don't like resistance. And because at that point we'll have Apocalypse, so we can be much more choosy in our final sacrifice to just do something trivial, or a few trivial ones just to get us to 6. So yeah, let's just become dopey. This is why we've been choosing int on our level ups, because I was prepping for this. You can now wreak a terrible wrath on your foes, or wreak, one of the two. Apocalypse. This one drains you heavily. It basically just kills everything on your screen. That's the too long didn't read. It's really good. How much damage it does depends on your piety and your experience level. It does huge amounts of damage, so it tends to just kill everything. But things that it doesn't kill, then it often leaves them with a bad status effect. So they might be paralyzed, they might be confused, they might be slowed. Yeah, so the things that aren't dead tend to be close to dead and then maybe paralyzed and the like. Alright, cool. Death Yaks. Well, we can go Invis. I think we can just fight Invis Death Yaks. I think we can fight a whole pack of them at once though. This would have been better just to drag one upstairs and then go Invis. Alright, we're back in view. Okay, so that didn't work. Let's just walk him around until we become uncontaminated, and then we'll go Invis again. Well, you know what, we can probably just fight him. Yeah, if it's one-on-one, we've got a shield. Oh, I ate one of our rations. Let's not go back there though. Protection from Magic Ring. Okay, we're in Lair. There aren't really many Hex enemies, so I don't think we need to walk around with it on. But that's really good to have in case we meet Rupert or someone like that. But then we'll switch to it. It also means we're really unlikely to just randomly die to an Orc Sorcerer when and if we make it to the Orcish Mines. Here's Swamp, that's our other one. I don't know. Probably that's better than Shoals is, I suppose. Having Invis is useful, really useful in both Shoals and Swamp. So either way, we had a nice advantage there. Because we've learnt that Hydras can't see Invis, and most of the Merfolk can't see Invis. Also Snore can't see Invis. Good. She dropped a Trawler armor. It's too light for us. Also, regen effects on a ghoul are really not good because you don't regen at all when enemies are visible, and that it doesn't matter if you've got the regeneration spell going, if you've got 3 different sources of regen on your amulet, your Trawler armor, none of that matters. If there's an enemy visible, you will not be regenerating. Did I get the eel? We did sacrifice stealth, right? We can have a look at our sacks if I hit Shift A. Yeah, we did. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, if you first just walk into vision of an enemy and it hasn't done a stealth check, I guess they... I don't know. Maybe the way that it works is your stealth is just always set to 0, so there's still some small chance. Like here. This electric eel has not noticed us, even though supposedly by sacrificing stealth we will always be noticed. But he is not noticing us right now. So I don't know exactly how that works. We can Stead Dance up while we're invis. That's actually a bad call because there were way too many of those. Alright, we're about to come back into view. Do we have chunks? Yeah. It's casually fighting death yaks. Yeah, it's good. Oh, this is something. The Spriggan opened the door. Yeah, well, the Spriggan's the faster one, so he's probably going to run in front of these ones and block it. But I want to see if I can get invis. Okay, good. Let's flame the Rime Drake. Okay, the real danger there is that the Rime Drake can freeze you, and then because you're now walking slowly, you can't run away from the Hydra, and then it just decimates you. Oh, the Spriggan got wrecked by the Hydra, I think. That's pretty funny. Anyway, Invis is a good ability, as you are seeing. That's layer 3 done. We're up to layer 4. I'm going to leave that here for now. So if you join me in the next episode, we'll finish off layer. And then probably, I don't know, probably with the next set of sacrifices we can get to full Rue Piety. If not, it'll be soon after that. Anyway, see you all then.